So I started to challenge conditioning. Conditioning was a fear. I started to challenge perceptions, cognitions, precepts, concepts. As I started to get more energy, I could concentrate, and because normally our energy is dissipated, isn't it? It's in 10,000 things, you know. So I was able to, this new energy, I was able to concentrate on what reality was. And I realised that the more consciousness I had, the freer I could be, because there's less rules. You know, suddenly I'm not a guy with a family that has to do a factory job. I'm a guy with skills and knowledge, and I can become a full-time trainer. People said to me, you can't train 3 times a day. I said, well, I'm training 2 or 3 times a day and doing a full-time job. So I said, I think I can. I think I can train full-time. I said, I worked on the building site carrying a hod. I said, believe me, you know, you don't get much time to rest. I said, it is one of the most difficult jobs I've ever done. I'm pretty sure if I'm doing martial arts full time, training with good people, I can train 3 times a day. So all of these beliefs I had were dissipating, and it's because of this pyramid. So with this pyramid, I'd learned to create, and again, I'm only understanding this now, Brian. I learned to create what they call in Judaism, I think it's Judaism or Islam, the isthmus. This filament or firmament, or this floating bridge between opposite energies. You've got a positive energy, a negative energy, and you place yourself between those two as a conductor, or as a separation or a connection, and you're able to create and harvest spirit, or tinctures of wisdom or energy, or the philosopher's stone. There's a lot of different names for it. So I realised this pyramid I'd got. So if you imagine like a bulb, a light bulb. You've got a negative terminal, a positive terminal, a negative terminal, and then a filament between the two. And the light is created by the 2 forces becoming a 3rd force, which creates the 4th force of spirit. So that's what I was doing. So I was, and to fund that, or to make that work, I was burning up my old fears, my old beliefs. That was the oil for the lamp. That was the concentrated consciousness being kind of used as fuel. So I was converting the negative into the positive. I mean, in simple terms, you want to go to the gym because you know it's good for you. You don't want to go to the gym because it's hard work and it's very difficult. Or you want to get up at 4 in the morning. We spoke about this before. But you know it's difficult to get up at 4 in the morning. When you place your soul or your will force between those 2 energies, and you get up at 4 in the morning, you create light. You create light. And then once you've created light, you bring that light, you bring it through the body. So you're creating energy or harvesting energy, you're conserving it, you're training it, and then you're imposing it into the world. And whether you impose that, like if I can I just show you?
Yeah.
So if you just stand up, so so if I wanted to just from here, so if you're just there, like that, or so I can go from here. See, I can put that energy into a tiny little punch, concentrated. Thank you. Or I can put it into a punch, or I can put it into health, I can put it into a relationship, I can put it into a business, I can put it into the imposition of hands, which is the transference of spirit, or what they call the imposition of spirit, or the putting on of hands. So you can touch somebody and transfer that energy. And it's coming through positive filters, because I've converted the negative filters into positive filters. So if you imagine like a cinema screen, most people are trying to fix their life at the level of the screen. But really, we need to go back to the projector. And if you've got a horror film going through the projector, no matter what you do to the screen, it's always going to be a horror film. So my job is to go in and change the film. That's the filters. That's the perceptions, the cognitions, the precepts, the concepts, the rules. So as you start getting higher in consciousness, literally by converting anti-consciousness with the antibody of spirit, there are less rules, because suddenly I don't have to go to work if I don't want to. I don't have to do 10 hours a day and retire at 65 with a shit pension, you know, and a gold watch and nothing to do and not sure what to do. I can change all that because I can see that's possible, because as my consciousness expands, I think, well, that's possible. And then I go, oh, yeah, well, I'm afraid to do that, because my wife says, what do you mean you want to give up your job and teach full time? What does that mean? How will you make money? I said, I'll make money from teaching. Well, what does that mean? So there's a cognitive dissonance. So my wife's afraid that I won't be able to make the rent. So I've got a lot of fear to stop me. So that goes on the pyramid. So the fear of becoming a full-time martial artist. You know how many times it took me to do that, to give up a job? It took me three goes. I gave up my job and was frightened back into conventional work. I gave up my job and found myself drifting back into conventional work. I gave up my job, running down the street at 6 in the morning, thinking, this is my job. I can't even believe this is possible. And I'm going and teaching in colleges and I'm thinking, this is my job. You know, and I'm telling people how I did it and they're really interested. This is my job.
Is this before or after you were bouncing?
This was all the way through. So as I climbed the pyramid, my final fear on the pyramid wasn't the final fear, but it was the final fear on that pyramid was a fear of violent confrontation. So I got a job as a nightclub doorman, but by this time I'd expanded my consciousness. I'd become more aware.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I'm just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
It's of course been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just in overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you got to pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.